Okay, good morning class. So you guys had some homework. The homework was exercise 4.5, correct? You had to do the second column in number 1. Any problems there? Any problems in number 1, second column? Then you had to do number 2. Any issues with number 2? No? Sorry? Yes, number 2. Why it takes so long to say yes? You're looking for number 2, okay? Exercise 4.5. On page 81, number 2. They say adopt the method you have learned to solve quadratic equations and solve the cubic equation. So, in A, what was the first step we need to do? We were told to do. We'll get it into standard form. Not so. This is standard form for a cubic. Why? Because it's ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d equals 0. Okay. We write it in descending powers of x and equal to 0, making it in standard. So, what was the next step we gave you to do? Factorize. And how can we factorize this? Common factor of x. What are we left with? X squared minus x minus 2. So what does this now become? Trinomial. Factorization of a trinomial. So it's x into x minus 2, x plus 1. You see that, people? So how many factors do we have now? 3 factors. So we say x is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 2, or x plus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 9. Okay. Just look at B. What do you know about B? What can happen there? Is that in standard form? Yes, descending powers of x, standard form. Common factor of x. I'm left with minus 1. What can happen here? Dots, x plus 1, x minus 1. So we say x is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 1 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1. Okay. This is about behind there. Let's move it along there. Okay. Did you have to do number? 4. Okay, so 4 is our homework for tomorrow. You didn't do 4, no? Number 5. You want me to do it? Okay. Number 5, we are told the perimeter of it. You will notice whenever I do this question, my approach is always, I draw it first. Okay, to make sense of what's happening. So I draw. The perimeter of a rectangle is 22 centimeters. Otherwise, how do you work out perimeter? Perimeter is 2 length plus So somehow I'm going to leave that. Okay. Calculate the dimensions of a rectangle if the area is 24. Area is 24 centimeters squared. How do you work out area? Length times breadth. Okay. So what I can say is, let the breadth be x. If you are comfortable with working out the variables L and B, you can use it like that, doesn't matter. Okay, but what I found over the years was, learners find it easier to work with an x. Okay. So your breadth is x. So what we're going to do is, we're going to work out our length in terms of x. We're going to work out the length in terms of x. So we're going to go with the first piece of information. So we say, your perimeter is going to be 2 length plus 2 breadth. What is your perimeter? 22 equals 2 length plus 2, what's my breadth? X. So what I want you guys to do is to make L the subject of your formula. Okay, make L the subject of your formula. Okay, so how are we going to get L as the subject of the formula? We take 2x over. So 2L is going to be 22 minus 2x. So L is going to be 11 minus x. Not so? Minus x. Remember there's two unknowns, there's the L and the B. So we need two equations as you can see. Okay. Alright, now taking this into account, put this here at the bottom. Oops, that's fuss. Okay. Now we're going to go with the fact that, well, how do you calculate area? Length times breadth. What is the area of this piece? 24 centimeters. So 24 goes into there. What is L? 11 minus x. Can you see that? What is B? X. So we say 24 equals 11 minus x times x. So what do we need to do now? Just a matter of solving for x, not so? So do your thing. Guys must be preparing for the upcoming exam. Don't surprise me like you surprised me in all your other exams, your class tests. No? Why you love me? Have you started studying for the test already, man? Huh? Yes? No, you just didn't study for the class tests. No? Studying for this exam. You're not grade 9 anymore. This is your foundation for grade 11 and 12. Your grade 10 foundation is messed up, you're going to be harder in grade 11. So get this topic sorted out in grade 10 already. So it becomes a bit easier to tackle the grade 11 topics. Okay? So a lot of maths you're going to do do okay. You're going to do really well. You're going to do twice as much. Just practice on the phone. If you have problems, you can must ask. Alright, so what do we get? Multiplying, I get 11x minus x squared equals 24. So what is this now to us? Quadratic equation, not so. So let's bring everything to one side, 0 on the other side. So I got x squared minus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0. Note that I wrote it in standard form. Can you see that? Why do I write in standard form? So that I can factorize. So factorize quickly. So what are our factors? X and x, 3 and 8, both negative. So x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 8 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 8 and x is equal to 3. Not so? But I have answered the question. The question says, calculate the dimensions. What is the dimensions? The lengths. Not so. The sizes of the breadth and the length. So what is my breadth? 3, and my length would be 11 minus 3, which is 8. If you make your breadth 8, your length will be 3. You guys understand? The same thing to do. Any confusion? Right, let's carry on with our lives. Did I ask you to do? Number 7. Okay, I'm not going to cut the picture, okay? Or you need the picture to be there? Huh? No, okay. Thought you guys are of those girls that needs the pictures there. .5, page 81, number 7. We are told a small office has dimensions 2 by 3 meters. So what's the area of this? Sorry? 6. How do you get 6? Length times 2. Not so. Then we are told the floor area of this office is to be doubled. So the first area is 6. The second area must be what? What do you notice? I'm starting to do the calculations as I move on. I don't read everything and then read I read and I do start writing and do so. So that's going to be 6 meters square. The new area is 12 meters square. Okay. The floor area of the office is to be doubled by increasing the length and the width by the same amount. So let the increased amount be x. Yes. Let the increased amount be x. Very important. You see I'm bringing x into the story here. So I must introduce the x to whoever is marking the exam. Can you see that, people? You can't just bring your x in anyway and then everybody's surprised you brought the x. No? You must let us know about it. Right, so let's go. So, you're increasing this by x by the same amount you're increasing. So the breadth and the width is going to increase by the same amount. Can you see that, people? Which means now to say, that's not x, no? And this is x. Okay, yes. That's your x. Okay. So then, what's the new breadth of this piece? What is it going to be from there to there? 2. So as you can see, it's 2 plus this increased x here. So it's going to be x plus 2. And the length is going to be x plus 3. Who's confused there? You all okay with that? Do I have enough to set up my formula? Yes. This is normally here, no? Yes, we have enough to set my formula. So we know how to calculate the area? Length times breadth. What's the area of the second shape? 12. So I say 12 is equal to what's the length? X plus 2, and what's the breadth? X plus 3. From there I'm setting up an equation, and I'm sure you know how to solve that quadratic equation. So do that with me. Guys, finish? Sorry? Yes, okay. So you multiply out, what do we get? X squared plus 5x plus 6 minus 12. Not so? So it's going to be 0 is equal to x squared plus 5x minus 6. Again a trinomial here, not so? So I'm going to get the x and the x, 2 and the 3. Do you all agree with that? No. What must we do with our products? Subtract the 2 minus 3 is 1. So it's actually a 6 and a 1. Plus 6 minus 1. So which means to say now, what do you say now? X plus 6 is equal to 0. So x equal to negative 6. Can the length be increased by a negative value? No, so not that one. Or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to. So what was the increased length 1. Okay. But what was the question? Calculate the dimensions of the new office. So the breadth of the new office is going to be x plus 2, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3 meters. And the length is going to be x plus 3, which is 1 plus 3, which is 4 meters. And the 3 by 4 meter room measures 12 square meters. Okay. So when you buy your tiles for your room, just measure your length and the width, and then you go to whichever tile shop, then you say you need a 12 square meter coverage of tile. No? So the people don't have to pay somebody to tell you how much tiles you need. No? But of course they will add your wastage and all that into account. Okay. When you go buy your tiles, you don't only buy 12 meters square. You always buy 5% more because of the tiler maybe messed up a tile. Okay. And they mess up, you pay for it, no? They don't pay for it. They become a tiler. I'm joking. Become a maths teacher rather, no? We need maths teachers. Who of you want to become maths teachers? Only you, okay. Now, I was almost going to cry. Oh my word! That's your only choice you have. Does it look so sad from the front? Yes? What I saying is yes, it looks sad from here. I'm okay, Mrs. Right. Let's carry on with our lives before you really make me cry. Okay. So the next section is your simultaneous equations. For this exam, simultaneous equations of two unknowns are not going to be tested. Okay, so at this point we have covered all the work that you will be tested on. Okay. So for the rest of the lesson, you guys can go through your books. I'll sit up at the table. You just bring to me what you had problems with, you don't understand or whatever. Otherwise, you can go through your work and do a couple of sums in preparation for the exam, or you can start with the control test I gave you for tomorrow's lesson. Okay? People, we need maths teachers, no? There are very few left. You know, some passed away because of COVID, and I'm serious. Listen, most of the maths teachers are old. We are old people already. You can't be a maths teacher if you can't do maths. Is that right? But you guys can do maths a little bit. Primary school. Then become a primary school maths teacher. Because I listen, many times these primary schools whose teachers are teaching maths that doesn't even like maths. Or who never did maths at high school even. Okay. Who had of those teachers at primary school? Half of you. You had a maths teacher who dreaded the subject. You failed maths in primary school. Code 2s. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. So if you want to become even a primary school maths teacher, do it. We need maths teachers. Okay.